The Ophidia Rosa Tarot Impressions. Let's go. Four of Wands. Sacred unification of mind, body, spirit, and soul. I see putting love and lust, passion, pardon me, and intuition and source into a thing helps to make that thing a new thing. When I look upon the Four of Wands, I see all of the energy that it took to manifest balance, this delicate cosmic dance that's going on. That is what I see in the Four of Wands from the Ophidia Rosa. And some of these may come upside down or in the reverse. So when I see them in the reverse, I will give my impressions no matter which way I happen to pull these cards. We will give our impressions. But the inverted strength card, the reverse strength card, if only we thought to grab a wand for details, whatever. All right, so first impressions, we're just going to go with that and you will see them. Let's go. Would be walking in your full feminine energy. When you're in a situation where you feel that others are not valuing you, or you've been cut off from your strength, standing in your full feminine power and grace, I see, and walking away. But walking away with your back protected. Do not leave your back unprotected. I also see, we see, giving off sparks. They can't miss you, coming or going. Your strength will not be denied. They can't miss you if they tried. You don't walk with a chip on your shoulder. You walk with a blossom on your shoulder. Leave perfume wherever you go. Wherever you walk to is already blessed. Put your best foot forward, because your best days are yet to come. You are an amalgamation. When I see this card, particularly after the Four of Wands, see you as being a daughter of the one true goddess. Regardless of what name she goes by, you are a daughter of the Most High. That's why this doesn't matter. Blossom. You are a full blossom. You are an amalgamation of flora and fauna. You are plant energy. You are spirit energy. You got a certain glide to your stride, baby. That womb space, that is nothing but potential. That is nothing but potential. Infinite potential. Infinite potential. That is you. So walk with your head held high. We just realized how we when instructed, will be reading our inverse readings. That is so beautiful. Thank you. So we feel like the goddess just reminded us that your tarot deck is your oracle deck. You don't have to have a whole separate deck. You can choose to have a separate deck for enhancement's sake, in case you missed it the first time with your tarot, or you're not comfortable reading that. But when you receive an inverted message, that's a gimme. That's a sweet spot. That's oh my God. That's the in-between space. That's the liminal space. Not that the message is not as important when it comes to you right side up, but when you receive a message and it is inverted, that's the key point Spirit is trying to get across to you, to us. Beautiful, thank you. The Six of Pentacles, inverted. Here we see so many blessings raining down. The blessings that are all around us. And if you notice, some of these look like very reminiscent of line figures, right? Very abstractly. Yes. Our ancestors, our spirit guides, gently guiding us along the way and reminding us that mystery happens in those dark spaces, right? There are so many things that we see in the light and we don't recognize them. But when they happen, right, when they're processed in those dark spaces and then they come into the light, they're transformed anyway. They're transformed anyway. Stunning. I see ancestors transitioning and moving through these spaces. We see sacrifices, the sacrifices that were made to receive the blessings that we now have, and not taking that for granted. Gratitude. And willingly going into those dark spaces, because there is so much goodness there. Boldly stepping into a new dimension. That's what we see in the inverted Six of Pentacles. Beautiful. The Page of Swords. Keep those nice and clean. Page of Swords. And this Page of Swords happens to be right side up, but within this we see just a tickle, just a nudge to take flight, feather, that gentle nudge, and being willing and ready to step out and take flight. We see this very feminine form, but also this masculine element, right? We see the fire here within the candle. And that spark, that little thing that it takes, that catalyst to let you flow and to soar and to fly and to move. See, here we see a sorcerer's hat, witch hat, if you will, right? And those hands are spread in joy, just to lighten up this entire form. Is ready to take flight, is actually in flight, is taking flight. You have to see it because it's there. It's all the ingredients are there, including the moisture, just that wee bit of moisture that it takes. The oxygen, the air, the fire, right? The earth. It's all there. So we see an invitation to transform. Page of Swords, right? To be mindful of our words and our actions and our thoughts and our deeds. But we see this being that is in the process of taking flight. We're not given a reading, so this is just our interpretations. The 14th card in this deck, which happens to be Temperance. Oh, wow, Temperance. Within this card, we see many things, but see this gentle being that happens to be aware of what's happening all around them. We won't say that they're looking back, but they're just glancing slightly, glancing over, glancing down. We see a reminder of bringing a grace, a gentleness into the situation. And we see an opening of the heart space, an expansion of the womb space. So being light of heart, open of heart, full of compassion and love and nurturing and support. So much coming so fast, so we're just getting it out there, what we most see, but beautiful. We also see a childlike figure here, and brow chakra energy, heavy brow chakra energy. Lots of butterflies and really sweet, really soft, very delicate a very delicate touch to the situation is what we see within the Temperance card. Stunning. The Ace of Wands. Within the Ace of Wands, we see so many things, but we see this like dance, this beautiful dance between worlds and souls. And we see this figure that appears to be dancing, just super vital and just dancing, celebration, that beginnings, no matter how they may appear initially to you, have the potential to be so many things. Beginnings are mystery. Beginnings are surprises. Let a new beginning surprise you. Dance. Be joyful. Yeah, we see that. That is beautiful. We see this figure that appears to be leaping and jumping and dancing and stunning. And we also see this as if the veil is coming off. That is beautiful. King of Cups. Allowing our eyes to focus, our gaze to soften. We see this horse-like spirit that appears to be slowing down and taking their time to just survey the scenery. They're patient. We see patience. We see wisdom. We see not rushing into a situation. We see this energy recognizing something else that is going on in the foreground, and their attention is on it. Although they may appear to others to be camouflaging and hiding behind something, in fact, they're only in their natural habitat. Okay, I'll just speak this way. I'm going to speak whatever comes up instead of limiting ourselves, and allow Spirit to pass through us and just speaking what we see with these cards. So I'm going to stop doing that. In this instance, we see a situation where this masculine energy, but it's not masculine energy. It's a quiet, authoritative, very still, very balanced masculine. It's a masculine that is graceful and refined and very seasoned. It's a very wise energy, a very noble energy we sense here. But in any event, Their gaze is focused on everything that is happening around them. Being attentive, being alert, tapping into that inherent space, that very animal-like energy, being aware of all of your senses, balancing that very potent masculine energy with the softest feminine energy for balance is what we see within the King of Cups in this card. Stunning. Our next card is the Six of Cups. Allowing what we see within this card, this Six of Cups energy, is this witnessing and this celebration of unity and unison. We see harmony, we see balance, we see this very radiant, bothers me. We see this very radiant, sort of like sunlight, right? Internal sunshine, earthly energy, airy energy all paired together. We see love, we see romance. And love and romance don't particularly have to speak to relationship, intimate relationship. Yeah. And we see this all happening within a flash. It's like this marriage dance between all of these energies. Funny. We see this graceful appreciation, as if wow. Okay, it's as if this great cosmic dance is happening, and there's this wonderful instructor that is very gracious, and this partner, let's call them a partner, this partner that is very gracious, and all things are just aligned. Even those things that seem so far away are so close. Being so close and yet so far, but never truly being separated. Stunning. Six of Cups. Yeah, so you see this abundance and this overflow of grace and love and peace and gratitude. This very generous energy that is very giving, knowing when to come together and when to pull apart. Within we have two cards. Bear with us. All right. So the Four of Pentacles inverted. Within this Four of Pentacles inverted, we see this hand, almost like this energy of this hand reaching up to receive what is pouring from this cup that has been inverted, turned upside down. And being supported by a root system. Yes, yes, we know the hand is there. We also see like really getting in there, really digging in there to kind of sweep away all that no longer serves you, right? Being tidy, cleaning some things up, getting in there, getting in there. And sometimes it seems as though there's only a tiny speck left, so not really anything to worry about. But behind the scenes, you see all these clouds, like dust that are coming up, things that are like becoming unsettled. It's like shaking some things up, cleaning it up, shaking it up, stirring things up. Inverted Four of Pentacles. Love it. And inverted Queen of Pentacles. Oh. With the inverted Queen of Pentacles, like energy, we see this resting figure. That appears to be in some sort of deep concentration, right? And this is very earthly. Words. They've taken a very earthly position. They're rooted into the earth. They are married to the earth. They are entwined within the earth. It's this great mother of cyclical energy. Like there's fertility here, but the fertility is tied to the earth. It's deeply tied to the earth because they are the earth. But yet they still need to be fertilized with elements of the air. These mushrooms here that appear to be inverted, it's like little parachutes that are coming down, going up and coming down and going up and coming down. It's a different type of mycelial network, but yet it's still the same. And we see that within this Queen's embrace, there's a small clutch of flowers and things that are like her babies, right? Very, very nurturing energy. So with this, and I didn't promise anything, but we said we're going to give you our interpretations of the inverted also as a message. So with this, as we did before, we just did not specify and said that's what we were doing. The inverted Four of Pentacles, but with the inverted Queen of Pentacles, we see this call to go deep, to root yourself deeply back to the earth. But don't go too deep. Go deep enough that you can still know, you're still very aware. You can still feel when you're being nurtured from the earth and from the air, from that fire that takes place when the contact happens, between this, from that liminal space. But that you need more balance between your earthly energy and your air energy. Okay. One more. The Three of Wands, not inverted. Within the Three of Wands, we see different energies. We see this large presence, this almost alien-like presence, this figure, this form that is in the center of these other beings that are much smaller, but yet and still all related and all balanced. We see that these figures are all connected. They're all united by choice and by force. They're all united. There's an opportunity for it to be whatever it needs to be. And this figure appears to be uniting the darkness and the light. Beautiful. Okay, that is it for today's interpretation, or at least for the moment, of the Ophidia Rosa Tarot. You have to get really in touch with your cards to understand what it is they're trying to tell you. And this is a deck that is most certainly meant to be read intuitively. And so that is how we started this. And we will come back to it. But again, this is an intuitive interpretation of the Ophidia Rosa Tarot deck.